If we take a step back and we look at the modes for calling to the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Quran says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Call people to the path of your Lord. Virtuous admonishment. And what is virtuous admonishment? Some mufassirin say it is the power of emotions. Emotions are very powerful. That's why Ahlul Bayt capitalized on emotions when it comes to Imam al-Hussein salamullahi alayhi, as a means of calling people to the path of Ahlul Bayt, as a means of calling people to the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, desire is very strong. Aql, logic, is not as strong as a desire is. And I'll give you an example. A person, maybe a mu'min, he turns on his television and he sees something that he should not be seeing. Now his aql, his mind, tells him this is haram. You shouldn't be looking at this. But his desire is saying, no, this is nice. And so he starts to have a debate between his nafs al-ammarati bis-su' and nafs al-lawwama, you know, that evil commanding self, and the blaming self, the self that blames him, is conscious. So here you have basically the mind is telling you that this is wrong, but the desire is just so strong, it's much stronger, sometimes it wins. Something that can combat desire, however, and it's almost as strong, in fact even stronger than desire, is emotion. If this person, just turning on his television, he sees this, a phone rings, picks up the phone and gets the news, God forbid, his mother or his father has just passed away. Then he's overwhelmed with emotion. He'll turn off the television, even though his desire has just told him, I want to look at this, I want to see this. His emotions came to basically suppress these desires. So emotions are very important if they can be played in or used in a way that is wise. In this particular case, if you use it positively, which is calling people to Imam al-Hussein, then it's a great way to combat this desire and draw people towards al-Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. So you find Ahlul Bayt using this mode of discussion and calling people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to Ahlul Bayt through al-Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. We have in history many people, like for example, that priest who saw the head of al-Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam on their way. They stopped at a monastery, you know, basically a place where there was a priest. And the priest saw the head of al-Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, and he hugged it and he kissed it and he cried for it the whole night. And he gave 10,000 dirham. He said, this is my inheritance from my father, all that I own. I'll give it to you, to Shimr, he said, and to Umar ibn Sa'ad. He said, I'll give it to you. You give me the head of Imam al-Hussein for one night. One night. He took the head of Imam Hussein, he washed it, he washed the blood off, and he hugged it and he cried with it the whole night. And then at the end of the day he said, Hussein, I have nothing to offer you anymore other than me believing in you. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa. It's important for people to realize that the mode of emotions is a mode found in the Quran, according to some mufassirin, under the concept of maw'idah hasana, virtuous admonishment, as a mode to calling people to the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Ahlul Bayt utilize this mode to invite people to the path of Allah, to Islam. And Imam al-Hussein's tragedy indeed is such a great event and such a great calamity. A lot of people joined Islam, entered into Islam. These emotions became a source of guidance to people to the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.